All right, so the time has come upon us where the Champions Cup is over. You know, for we look at mini Champions League, schoolboy football mini Champions League, where the best of the best meet amongst each other. People are gonna say that a foolishness still because a two country school. But a lies. If you know, look on the quality ball of them in the evening town school them, a country them come from. So a lies. Anyways, thanks for joining to the schoolboy football program again. Say regular panelist is here. Mr. Intelligent Fabian Gunner. All right. So I'm gonna prove wrong, all of the Dinthill man them. So I'm not gonna hide it tonight. But apartheid. They have to turn up. Everybody have to turn up. So Fabian, what go on?
bless up, military. And good evening, everybody who turn out early. Day one, me there go on. Champions Cup finally finish. We crown a new champion. We can now say we have two teams from the Dakasta Cup winning the title. So that's a good look for Dakasta Cup.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good look. And I can believe that a statement can be made from this, as we mentioned earlier in regards to the country school them a whole amp and them baller now.
Mm-hmm.
That means the thing kind of different and now. Yeah, hold on there. I'm turn
It's more
play the video
balanced.
before. Huh?
It's more balanced.
Yeah, man. So thing a turn and now no. It can show us that on a tone the thing they alone. The countryman them can play ball too. That it I say. I know back in the days they always distinguish between town and country. There's a big distinguish, but that done now. So let me just play a little short video, courtesy of I think this McNamee's Sport Media. German, big up
German.
yourself. Big up yourself, German. People look happy and nice. So I have to just play a little piece so that the CC fans then can get back the little feeling there, get back your feeling. Get back your feelings and enjoy themselves. So we're going to run through the game. I'm going to talk through the game, Fabian. So, in all aspects, I think this game would have went what most people would expect in regards to the result. The performance, based off I saw Dinthill play, it's similar to what we have seen. A more defensive structured team. And trying to keep they protect, just playing to protect the goal. In football, they normally say a defense win titles and attack win games. But I think this time around the narrative that kind of changed. And I think that throughout the game, I say if Dinthill even attack a little bit more, maybe they would actually show a little more impotence. But because them solely focused on keeping the clean sheet, defending, I think that really go against them. At some point in time, you only see one lone striker against 5 CC defender. I say, what? That made no sense to me still. But I don't know, say, me no coach, me no bright for football. But it just never made no sense to me. So you think about the game, Fabian?
You hit the nail on the head as it relates to Dinthill defending. I mean, and the statement does say that defense win championships. However, it never said defense alone.
Mm-hmm.
And your first line of defense is attack. So we always analyze it and look into it and maybe a little bit over analyze it.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I think Dinthill were too defensive. Now, any coach will tell you that the aim or how they want their team to be set up is to be completely balanced, perfectly balanced in attack and also balanced in defense. I think the Dinthill team they are balanced in attack and in defense because they have goal scorers. I don't know why they decided to only focus on defense. And I'm not going to knock the coach or the coaching staff, but I think if there was another coach there, an attack-minded coach, maybe the season would have turned out differently. because attacking with one or two, having two players inside of the box makes no sense. Can't be
I agree.
attacking with one and two players. You have to have three and four. Sometimes you have to overcome it and you have to risk it and overload. So I think it's a big learning experience for Dinthill. And for those in the comment section, I'm not going to beat Dinthill tonight because you see everything
They
that
played a
I
good
do or
game.
that we do. Yeah, not only that, but you see everything that we do, it's about a lesson. So I beat Dinthill not for beating them sake. I beat them in hope that they will learn from the beating and they will understand what I have been saying and understand and put it into practice for next season because I want the competition to be competitive. And as I want them to come back and be competitive. Now I have done my research and I know how many of your footballers they're going to lose. It's very sticky for them next season because with a lot of teams keeping their main ballers for next season, yeah, it's going to be really, really hard for Dintil next season. But all in all, it was a very good final. Dintil play how I expected them to play with seven behind the ball. Clarendon College played how I expected them to play, trying to make a statement. Lenny Hyde openly said that this is the title that they wanted the most. So I am sure at the start of the season, if you said to Clarendon, there are three titles playing for. There are four titles. You can only win one. Which one would you want to win? I am sure this is the one that they would have chosen. So I think it was a successful season for Clarendon and congrats to them again for lifting the Champions Cup.
Um, so Dintil, would you consider this as a successful season for Dintil as well? Owing to the fact due to the performance and how far they went in the Dakasa Cup and also in the Champions Cup final. Would you consider this a successful season for them as well?
For me, I don't think it was a successful season for Dintil. All right, so in 2018, when Cornwall College won the Champions Cup, you would remember that in 2016, Cornwall went to the finals in the Champions Cup and lost, right? No, you have to show some progression. 2 seasons later, what happened? Cornwall College back again and win. So you have to show some progression. Dentil, for me, they haven't shown any progression. For the past 2 or 3 seasons, they have been in and around the semifinals, in and around the semifinals, in and around in the finals. But that last step to get the title, it has always been a problem for them, and they need to get over that last hurdle. Remember, they were the finalists last year. They were semifinal last season. They were the semifinalists the season before that. Semifinalists again the season before that. You understand? No, they have to make use of these opportunities because I'm telling you, you can't just play to get to the semifinals alone. You have to get across the line. And then till knowing that this was a rematch of last Dakar Cup finals, I expected Dintil to come and relish this opportunity to play Clarendon College again. But it did not materialize at all. I think they were a bit too cautious. And maybe if they had played 3 weeks ago, the results would have been different. This Dinthill team looks extremely tired and overworked.
I saw that as well. When I saw the 70-minute hit, I'm like, some of the players even started to walk, and I'm like, coach must be seeing that, man. Coach must be seeing that. But I think that he has a lot of trust in his specific set of players that start in 11, and he kind of stick to that gun. But I can tell you, due to the performance that we have seen throughout this competition from this Clarendon College team, we can definitely say that CC is playing some really, really good football. Remember that we said that initially in the start of the camp, maybe about quarterfinals of the in the quarterfinal section of the Champions Cup. We're looking at KC as the team in the Champions Cup, as the team in the schoolboy football who is playing the best football overall. And when we saw them going up against Clarendon College, Clarendon College actually take them back to school in not dominance, but in regards to playing the ball. you could see Clarendon oozing some class whilst playing against KC. The control of the game, even though the game was a pretty much a balanced game, but possession wise, I think that Clarendon had a lot more possession than KC, and it is telling me that people usually remember from back in the days, there's always a narrative that the town school in football or in sports or athletics are normally the better schools. That's the narrative that have been drawn for years. That is the narrative that have been drawn, and we have spoken about it quite time and time again in regards to that same narrative that these same players are athletes that are doing exceptionally well for the town school. 90% of them are coming from country school. 90% of them are coming from country school. Now, what we're seeing now is a shift in paradigm where the country school are retaining back their star ballers because of quality coach coming in. The projects that are going, the principals are now highly invested in football, and it's going to be a way more difficult for that dominance of the town school over the country school that we've seen over the years. And I think that the only thing that can do right now is to improve football overall generally for all schoolboy football. I think that is what he's doing right now. And do you agree with that?
Um, yeah, I fully agree with it. It's a conversation that has been happening for some time now.
Mm-hmm.
As we see a resurgence in the quality of the Dakasta Cup, it has once been said that no football now play a country.
Mm-hmm.
That is changing because the Dakasta Cup teams surely look better than the Manning Cup teams in the
Mm-hmm.
Champions Cup this year. And what we are seeing now, in the past, we would have only Cornwall College or Clarendon College
Mm-hmm.
standing up to these Manning Cup teams. Now we are having a shift. Other teams are now going toe to toe with them. We have Dinthill going toe to toe with them. We have Garvey Masia going toe to toe with them. We have Mannings going toe to toe with them.
Mm-hmm.
So it's good to see other Dakasta Cup teams now stepping up to the plate and challenging these Manning Cup teams who are said to be a lot more technical than the
Mm-hmm.
Dakasta Cup team. Um, and that will continue to change. ISA ISA's free transfer rule is playing a big part in that. So no
Mm-hmm.
longer can you go and transfer five or six, seven ballers. So I have to give kudos to ISA for that also. And to the individual principal, the individual schools who are investing in their sports program, who are
Mm-hmm.
giving these boys a chance to show their talent. So I have to big up to the principals again who go out and I mean some time ago it would just be probably a PE teacher coaching the boys. Or a teacher
Sure.
just take it up part time and coach the boys. Now we are seeing established coaches, Premier League winning coaches with a big resume, a big repertoire, taking up
Mm-hmm.
these boys and coaching them. And what this will do, this will improve the level of football that these boys are playing because they're getting it from proper coaches. And it,
Mm-hmm.
it can only mean good for Jamaica. Hopefully we build on it and it can they can transition into the national program and in turn make our national program better because there are eyes on Jamaica right now. So we just have to
Mm-hmm.
capitalize on that.
Totally agree. Because my first year of the Casa Cup, he was actually a PE teacher. I think my first year of the Casa Cup was a PE teacher. My last year of the Casa Cup is the coach that is at Dinthill right now. He was Mr. O'Neill Thomas. He was the coach that coached me my last year at the Casa Cup and we went through to quarterfinals. We actually went through to quarterfinals. We came second in the group. We played like 6 or 7 games we played and we scored 26 goals, conceding about 4 that year when I played the Casa Cup. I contributed to about 6 or 7 of those 26. Not enough. I was known for goal scoring. And I can't tell if you can watch me a football game and scoring goal, it cost me like a what. But I mostly play on the wing still. I was known for my speed. So I normally just burst on the lines and pull apart the defense. But in the same sense, my question to you is, Fabian, we've watched schoolboy football over the years, time and time again. What is your thoughts about the quality football that the schoolboys are playing?
I mean, it has been said before that schoolboy football is actually the highest level in Jamaica. Now, it is of my view that schoolboy football is even higher than JPL, and a lot of persons will disagree with me. But let me give them some pointers. Whenever you find a standout schoolboy who decides to go and join a Premier League team, they normally stand out in the JPL.
True.
And I can give you examples. A Jardian Fletcher, a Dishian Beckford,
Mm-hmm.
a Lamar Walker, a Tyreek McGee.
Mm-hmm.
Once they Taim Paris, once these players stand out in the Costa Cup, they normally can just walk into any of the JPL teams and they are on par with the Premier League ballers. So what we have seen in recent years is that a lot of these Premier League teams normally scout the
Mm-hmm.
schoolboy footballers. I mean, look at Zimenez right now. A
Re-
17-year-old playing playing JPL and holding his own in JPL,
Mhm.
not looking any inferior to the adults playing in the JPL
Mhm.
and
Agree.
still playing for Jamaica College.
Yeah, I agree with you. I totally agree with you. As I said, Zimenez is a perfect example. And when I look on some of the ball, when I sit and I was watching the game today, despite I was doing watch along, a lot of emotions in watching the game and stuff. When I put aside the emotional part of it, and I'm looking at the young guys are playing, I'm saying that this is either little bit below or on par with some of the best game in the JPL that you can watch throughout the entire season. Either a little bit below or on par. The reason I would say a little bit below, maybe because when we look on the two team them, they look tired. The two, we don't know if I'm me, but the two team they look tired. Is that a
Yeah,
fresh? It's not two fresh team you get. So
yeah. I
then the
mean,
two.
there's also a flip side, because
Mm-hmm,
I've had this debate with persons before, and the counter argument is that schoolboy football is played for 4 months.
mm-hmm. That jungle.
So playing schoolboy football for 4 months and then having to go and play for 8 months in a JPL, that is different. So
Mm-hmm,
there are pros, there are cons, but that is one of the criticism about schoolboy football is that it's
mm-hmm.
played for 4 months. So it's easier than to play for 8 months.
Um. All right. So, we can contextualize this now. When you're playing for 8 months, right? So, schoolboy football, it's structure, There's a lot of pressure, In schoolboy football, every game is like a final. Not saying that it's not in the JPL now. Every game is like a final because you are basically at a loss if you lose the next game. In the JPL, you have a series amount of game. You have home away to make up if you
Yeah,
lose
there are
if you
three
lose points
rounds. There
once.
are 3 rounds. 3 rounds. Normally, you have
Exactly.
3 rounds.
hmm So I think that the JPL you have some sufficient. You have time to come back to the forefront. In the schoolboy football, you don't have that time. If you slip one game, that potentially mash up every rest of the season. You don't have that. You don't have that significant time, and the amount of game within clamp in a such small time span, inclusive of training, school where the youth them have to go same way as well. So we have to remember that as well. Now, school and all them factors there. I think it's very, very difficult. I think it's more strenuous on the young youths them than the JPL. JPL, most of them are big men. Them have time, them have a whole week because some of them are get paid. So they necessarily have to work for it. Even though the money not sufficient, but they not force them to go work. So for the ones them who now run down the whole for money, them have a whole week training and rest. Training and rest. The entire week. And then play over the weekend. For the schoolboy, him have school, him have training, he have match. School training match. For the big man, they have 1 week arrest and just training arrest, and 1 or 2 days they might get some free days, and then they have match for the weekend. So they have more time other than the one they want to work. where in that case now it might be a little bit more strenuous because we can clearly remember back in the days when man I come off our site, I walk up on football field, go play a match. When which you know that rough, that rough. But I think that as time goes by, I believe that with like what we're seeing, the likes of Mount Pleasant is doing, Cavaliers and these clubs, definitely I think that the football will improve because it just take one club to make the right step and set the foundation. And because due to the fact that they might have some success, I think that is where everyone is going to follow that same procedure. So it was a good day a good day in football, a really, really good day of football for rural schools as well. It shows that we are making great, great progress in football, and there's another step to make. Time will come when the town school will come back on top, but this time is now for the country school, and I think that the country school have to enjoy it, and you can't wrong them. We have to say congratulations, Clarendon College. Congratulations again. Oh, Fabian, today Shaz's birthday, you know. Big up Shaz, a regular panelist. His birthday. Big up my strong bro. So that's why I can't come on tonight.
You're busy, okay? You're busy.
Mm-hmm.
Bless up, Chad.
Bless up, man.
I should have to the Money Cup final play them boss.
You remember the antio? You have to turn up. So Karum Hughes said the big man them have 1 week to the rest, so the quality of football should be better. Funny enough, you know, is it significantly better?
No, the quality is not better, you know. I mean, the quality of JPL is horrible, honestly. And a lot of the schoolboy football teams, they are. I mean, remember, you know, you see during
What do you think could cause that?
More investment is being done at the schoolboy level than at the JPL level, and more eyes are.
When is more investment? Because we need to identify where the issue is at, you know.
Remember, you don't get paid to play at the schoolboy level. You're doing it because it's extended practice. But at the professional level at JPL, you have family to feed. I know a lot of good ballers who probably can be playing for Jamaica who are out doing other work because them have them family to feed. And football in Jamaica don't pay them enough. And they don't get the opportunity to showcase their talent and move on overseas where they can get a proper job to feed their families or whatever the case may be. But
that's a good point.
The big difference is that JPL runs for 8 months. So it will require a lot more discipline for the 8 months, going to training for 8 months straight. It would require
fit.
Right, for 8 months it requires a lot more planning, how you plan your cycle, how you plan your training cycle. And I don't want to get too technical and go into program writing. No. So it's different when you're planning a 8 month program than when you're planning a 4 month program. It's significantly different. So the JPL, those are the differences in the JPL and between the JPL and the schoolboy football. It just means you have to concentrate also for a longer period. Also, the schoolboys will get away with a lot of things that as an adult you're not gonna get away with.
Okay.
So there are two sides, but for me, the schoolboy football better.
One of the factors I'm looking at the schoolboy football now is this. You see, let me give you find out about. Notice in our world of football right now, the younger players are more coachable. Football has gone past the time where a man just put on his boots and come play some ball because he knows he can't play ball. A man just say him play right back and him play right back. Football has gone past that. What we can see in the schoolboy football right now are young men playing systematical football, playing in a particular system. A right back knows that his sole duty is not only to defend, but to also going forward. Going forward, not just going forward as well. Overlap when at some particular time, underlap at some particular time, cut back or stay back, farming our back tree at some particular time. So the roles now are way more defined than back then. It was a simple, just some play some ball back then. The roles are way more defined back then. And what we find out is that because the roles are more defined now, you find out that individually these players are technically and tactically better than those players. Individually, they are technically and tactically better than previous players. So people would say that um back in the days, yeah, better ball. I honestly don't believe that. I honestly don't believe that because football has evolved to a level where it the pace and the power of these school youths are playing football right now. Me I look on it and I say, no man, me never did play at such a high level. I'm saying that I wasn't playing at such a high level. Me meet schoolboy, me I play against schoolboy, Charlemont School, or play for Charlemont School, but sure them come play ball with me even time. And Fabian, I tell you the truth, the man them better than me. Man them better than me by far. And think about it, Charlemont not even make it out of the group. The man and the man never the best baller on the team. So imagine now when time as Zimenez, if a youth like Zimenez or a Pearson or a Duncan if you come play for there, them man will probably look like a star because of the level that they are playing. And it just as Karum Hugh has said, coaching is a big factor in that. And these guys are playing at a high level at a young age, which means that the only thing they can do I get better. The only thing I do I get better, I'm playing at a higher level. So I think that football is right now, the football that we're seeing in modern football is significantly getting at a higher quality. And time will come where we're going to find out that some of these schoolboys are leave straight out of school, go straight into some clubs right worldwide. Just leave school and go straight into clubs right across the world. That's soon pending. I can be wrong still now, but I just what I think based off what I'm seeing right now.
No, it's going to happen. I mean, the quality is getting better, and it all comes down to coaching. Also, um, in the past, coaches used to just say, "Oh, I'm a coach," and then just go and coach any team. No, it's because you have a structure now that you have to be qualified and all of that. That plays a big part in the development of the boys because schoolboy football is used as a development stage, you know. And the more knowledge you have, the more knowledge you can impart onto a teenager. And as I said, the older a person gets, is the less that they will learn, and also the less that they're willing to learn. So these top coaches, these Ludlow, these Lenny Hyde, Dean Weatherly, understand what I'm saying? All of these top coaches, Jackie
Mm-hmm.
Walters, these all of these top coaches here who are now coaching these boys.
Mm-hmm.
It will only mean that the level will be getting higher
Mm-hmm.
continually.
Look on
Understand?
Cavaliers. Look on Cavaliers, for example. Cavaliers won the JPL as the youngest team, one of the youngest team to ever win the JPL in the history of JPL.
Because speed is smart. Speed is very, very smart. Speed
Mm-hmm.
same don't want no old man. Young boys. Give me the young
You,
boys and
mm-hmm.
I will develop them. And I think speed, all right. You remember when Moby United used to dominate the Premier League?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same step that Moby United did. They took some 21-year-olds, 21, 22, they are about.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Curlew, McCarthy,
Mm-hmm.
Owen Garden, Alan Atty, all of them in that era, very young. The Dino
Mm-hmm.
Williams, early 20s, and they invested in those youths. And in a
Mm-hmm.
matter of 2 seasons, they were the best team in the island. Moby United were basically unplayable.
All right. You bring up some good points. So what me I go look on right now, me I go call some names here right now. Mount Pleasant has made some significant purchases in the transfer market to start the JPL season. So then by Sajay Anderson, 19-year-old winger. Joel Powell, 23-year-old defender. Go through again.
Alan
Chad
Atty,
Howell, 22-year-old. Shaquan Davis, 22-year-old. Donovan Sigree, 24-year-old. Let me see if we can go any further.
Alan is there to Alan
Alan
Atty.
Yeah.
I think Alan is like 29 though.
Yeah, man. 28. Alan not here 28.
Yeah, somewhere
So
there. I know he's
them
somewhere
put
there.
in little experience tonight. And you don't know what the young nickname again, man. The one that get called up what year? Uh
Devante
Devante.
can, yeah.
Yes. So it is the same approach, it seems as if that this is the approach where we see Jamaican footballer take. And you notice how much Dinthill players, much school right now. If they, and all the top everyone at school them will reach the semi minimum quarterfinals. At least have one or two Premier League player in the squad. At least one or two Premier League player in the squad. That is a significant step up in what we are doing in football in Jamaica for the football progress. Karim Hewer said the coaches in the Premier League level need to step up. And a long time, Karim is a coach, you know. And now run to be the coach him. When Paul Hall
No, them deserve to get beaten, bro. Them
I
deserve to
agree.
get beaten.
They're lazy and
Very
incompetent
lazy.
to stop one way. Coach Paul
There
Hall
are
said
certain
something.
things I cannot say on this program, but them lazy, bro.
Coach Paul Hall said something in an interview. You know, he said that the only way Jamaica football can step up is coaching education. I did a live on this same schoolboy football program, and Craig Butler came and said that coaching education is a big factor in Jamaica. So there's a lot of people who have high level of coaching certificates are saying the same thing. It is too basic. We still stuck in a 1931 or 19. My father must be born 1945. They don't go no, my old man. So powder basically make me. So what me I say is this. Those are the days. Them days are past now. We are see right across Europe, everybody are buy young baller. Every club are investing in a young baller. That is the direction football are go. One of the main reasons for that, or one of the two main reasons for that, coachability. Even if that is a word, but me just create it. And
They are coachable.
yes, because they are coachable. Coachability means coachable. Yes, because they are coachable at that particular age. And secondly, them can't have run. Energy can't done. When me are 19 and 20, I run. Now me at 29, me feel like me a old man already.
Bro,
I since me go play some ball. And me feel some chest
military,
pain and back pain. Me I say, where
military,
this come from?
me go give one joke. In a Christmas, I was playing some football, and me have speed, well fast.
Mm-hmm.
And so me I play, and me see this youth, him a play college soccer in America, and me I play football, and him a try beat me, and me show him a line, and he bite the bait,
Mm-hmm.
and throw the ball around me. Now remember, say me have only for speed, so in my mind, me see him and me analyzing his speed already,
Mm-hmm.
not realizing that I am not 19 anymore. So me at 19 was faster than him. But me I running and me can't catch him. But in my mind,
Yeah, you still have the
me have,
speed.
me have that speed there still. You understand? And it did happen to me when me get my knee injured just the same. Me still think me could have do the same things what I could do before. And
Mm-hmm.
may I tell you, it take whole heap of mental work for me to change. I had to change my game. May I play football around ACL tear, and if me not tell us my ACL tear, can't know.
Okay,
Now me not
okay.
do no surgery. My ACL still tear up to this day. And if I play on it right now, me tell you, you can't know say me have a ACL tear because of how me play.
Mm-mm. Dangerous something
How
that
me change because me change my game. Me do research about the injury me do. Bro, the amount of research me do about this injury and something and how to play, and me have to big up to me physio just the same, who work with me,
mm-hmm.
big up Kevin just the same. Kevin Christie. You understand? Anybody need any rehab services in Montego Bay?
Wait,
Quality
hold
rehab.
on, Kevin Christie. But me
With
know
Kevin,
the name there no. The
uh,
name of
right?
I be a big people you know.
Quality rehab. Yeah, that is very, very good physiotherapist. Anybody in a Western Jamaica need a good therapist, give him a call. All right.
Well, people, if you don't know who named Kevin Christie,
Rehab, Quality Rehab on Instagram. You will find him on Facebook. Just the CMR
you
search.
know who names so.
Eh?
People, if you don't want to know who is Kevin Christie, me don't know who names so.
Yeah, man, you can't make them know him.
People, if you want to know him, Kevin Christie, it is the Reggae Boyz physio. It's the Reggae Boyz physio. But anyways, Fabian, run through a lot of stuff. Ocean said it is sad for Dinthill every time them come close and CC deny them. It's tough. It's tough. It real the Casa Cup final, CC.
Mm-hmm.
Champions Cup final, CC.
It is rough.
It's rough. It's
But you have to get over the mental hurdle. Then. You have to get over it. You have
I
to.
think they might have to get over it. Because I once they get over it, as soon as them tell if you go on final on the box CC, and I think can say it.
Bro, a 2-time Connor play JC and ball JC 2 time and lose before he beat JC now.
Yeah?
Ball JC 2 time.
Maybe the third time then is a charm.
But,
Maybe third time
bro,
is a charm.
we ball JC and lose in a Champions Cup already.
Mm-hmm.
We ball JC in a Olivier Shield. Ball them 2016. The only thing we did need was one prop. Anyway, we did have Peter keep to beat them. Because Maggie kick a free kick and he keep a pushing a goal. You understand? JC beat us on penalty and Carnwell got killed with ball. And then Carnwell hold them again in 2018 and that time Carnwell beat them. So they have to just continue try again. And by the way, me not talk no little water down JC. Me I talk about JC in them prime. Then that JC can't lose. That's the JC we beat up.
Rasta said in a woman we are still big baller. Ocean Rodriguez said, I think Jamaica team need coach Junior Sammy around best in the island. Big up JT. All the titles coming to Clarendon. One done reach already.
You know they have been saying that from the start of the season.
Yeah.
Remember Odien from our group. Big up Odien. Talks him and Garvey and Clarendon win because they have relative play for Garvey used to go Clarendon and them. So it man agree. But you have to remember that Clarendon has the most, as a parish on our world, them have the most right. So I wouldn't be surprised if it goes to them. But you know, I am from the west, so
back west.
I'm going with the Blues. Yep, I'm going with my.
Me can't blame you. Me can't blame you at all.
I am going with Mannings.
I'm going into that game as a neutral, and for some reason, you know, the reason I'm going for Cubans because twice me underrate them and improve me wrong. No, yeah, probably if we go against them, you know, they will go win the finals, you know. so probably get caught now on limbo. They saying which me would have won them win, but if we go for them win, if we go say them a win, then probably end up and lose. So it's going to go against them. But
It's the time.
Oh, right. All right. So we're not so long, so we don't cover everything already.
Never run up on the road.
All right, people. We're going to close off. No, it's a short one. Short one. Thank you very much, everyone who's tuning in. Fabian, thanks for coming on. Massive respect for you coming on. Everybody tuning in. Big up. Thank you very much. You don't know so what to move, I know. It's a short, spicy one. Congratulations again, Clarendon College. Massive respect. It's just unfortunate that both you and Dinthill not turn up. And I know say for some reason fatigue just said. I think that game was a duly down to fatigue. Why both of them didn't get it over the line. But I'll say go. That's football. Fabian, thanks for coming on. Massive respect. Hopefully you're good. Safe journey.
Yeah,
people, I pray that everyone is doing good, and I'll see you guys again. And we are out.